is to explain to me why we need this power and what we're going to do with it with these 40-year contracts that BC Hydro has to pay. To the proponent, my
yes,
question is,
can I just, would you like the opportunity for the federal agencies to respond to how they assess that in their process, because that's a requirement. That was part of their requirement. You don't
I would be interested. I'll leave that to the end. But hear from this one.
Really, you know.
Can I ask the proponent why we need the power and how can we justify 40-year contracts for this very expensive power, given the statistics?
I believe he doesn't want to be filmed.
The data that contradicts the need. And I'd like to understand where this need is coming from. Perhaps he can enlighten me.
Okay.
You're here.
It is a requirement of SIA, so, you know, I'll let you.
I don't know if BC Hydro specifically requires the power that may be produced from the project that we're talking about tonight. BC Hydro has made filings with regulatory authorities that shows that they do need some electricity, and they are involved in a tender process right now that a number of different companies, including Plutonic, have participated in. And BC Hydro will look at all the different projects that were bid into the call for tender, and they will assess if any of the projects bid into the call for tender provide electricity that meets the needs that they see that they have. And if they do, BC Hydro may, subject to price and some other determinations, offer a contract to the different developers to buy their electricity. So I don't know if they're going to do that for Plutonic specifically, but we think that our project is a good one that provides a good product that they could use, and it's not up to me to decide for them whether they would like to buy our electricity.
This is a chart of the energy needs of California, which match very closely to the energy that's going to be coming from this Bute project. And I'm wondering if the proponent is in favor of the export of this energy out of the country.
I don't think that's, you know, something a proponent has any, even if he has a view on it, has any relevance.
It is relevant. It is very relevant. It is relevant.
And it's outside of, you know, the environmental assessment.
No, it's not.
It is relevant.
Justification for environmental impact. How relevant can you get?
You know, what we're looking at are what are the environmental impacts as a result of this project. And, you know, that is the focus of this review.
Wait, that's a good question. Do we need it? He's asking, do we need the project? That's relevant.
It's
Well,
part of the review.
I wouldn't, you know, that is part of the SIA process, and they have explained in the past that it's part of the overall context, and it is something that the federal side looks at, and I would invite, you know, somebody from SIA to respond to what the approach is from the federal perspective.
My final comment is that in Vancouver Sun on June 1st, 2007, the proponent was quoted as saying, in regards to this project and the IPP project, so one of the reasons for this initiative is to help California meet its energy needs.
Is to solicit input on the draft terms of reference. So let's go back to that. So next question, please.
Yeah. Page 9, need for and purpose of the project. Demand for electricity in BC. The BC Energy Plan. Green power generation.
It is a requirement of SIA to define the need for and the purpose of the project, and essentially the purpose of that is to provide the fundamental justification and rationale for the project, and that really comes into play when you're looking at the environmental effects and if there's a need for a justification, if there's an environmental effect, it's balanced against the need for the project. So yes, the proponent will have to describe that need and purpose of the project in the environmental assessment.